Hi, I'm Heather Dawson. It's a pleasure bringing you the best of California each week on our show. And this week, we're going green. So let's start off with a tour of headlines that made news around the state. Well, just in time for Earth Day, Michelle Obama made a stop in San Diego at a local community garden to help promote her campaign against childhood obesity. And San Francisco was found to be the least wasteful city in America for the second year in a row. The Monterey College of Law celebrated Earth Day by having a ribbon-cutting ceremony for its new Community Justice Center. The center was built upholding the highest standards of sustainable construction. And if you really want to go green, how about trading in your car for a bike? Tour de Fat spins into California looking for volunteers to accept the Swapper Challenge. One volunteer in San Francisco, San Diego, and LA will give up their car and receive a hand-built Black Sheep commuter bike by handing over their car keys and committing to a year of car-free living. In Fresno, going green is easier now that the city's solid waste division is partnering up with a local radio station to help give away free airtime to businesses who start a new recycling program. A bad deal. Sacramento, donating just $25 can reduce your carbon footprint. Log on to carboncounting.org to see how you can help. And lastly, engineering students from UC Riverside will compete in Washington for $75,000 grants to help launch environmental projects that use technology to tackle global change. If you're old enough to remember 8-tracks, cassette tapes, or an old vinyl record, you'll understand how much the music industry has changed over the last several decades. In this week's business segment, Teddy Lubin of InkPlan.net profiles one man's experience in the music industry and tells us it's his passion for music, his instinct to take chances, and good old-fashioned hard work that's made him a standout above the rest.
Technology in the last decade has forever changed the music industry. Now, more than ever, people have access to music that before was mainly controlled by large record companies. For smaller independent record labels and their lesser-known artists, it has become a dream come true.
Well, I couldn't have started my own company had it not been for the internet. It really allowed us to compete with the major labels and people with a lot more money. Now it's become a challenge because the economic system with MP3s and people downloading illegally, it's turned out to be as much of a challenge as it is a benefit.
Andy Factor is the founder and co-president of Everloving, an independent record label and management company. Before he started his own company in 2000, he was vice president of A&R at Virgin Records, developing and working with such artists as Ben Harper, Smashing Pumpkins, and Paula Abdul.
My first real exciting job was talent scout at Virgin Records in America. They were an English label that had just moved out here, and I had gotten a job in the mailroom and worked my way up into the creative department. I ended up working there for almost 13 years. Eventually, I hit the ceiling, more or less, from my growth there. So I went out and started my own company.
Listening to his gut instinct, Factor believed in one singer that had been passed over by big labels such as Virgin. That artist, Jack Johnson.
You gon' make it up next time. I know she knows it's not right.
After leaving Virgin in 1999, Factor and his new company financed Johnson's first album, Brushfire Fairy Tales.
We have always made music because we love it, and we think that what we hear are things that other people will enjoy. Doing it for myself, we get to see the result of our endeavors. Whether that succeeds or not is left to our own efforts and talent, and now we know where we stand given a day's work.
Now celebrating 10 years as an independent label, the company represents and manages many artists such as Inara George, Don Cavalli, the Entrance Band, and the Growlers.
When it's your night, you know you'll never know. When you'll never listen, what's uppers?
Selling records is not the end game. Now we use records to sell bands, and we make our money from live concerts, licensing our music to film and TV. We look for people who are dedicated to the time and effort it takes to succeed. There is great music everywhere, but putting great music to a great business plan is not always easy or possible. With the Growlers, we have 7 young people who live together in a warehouse that tour in a converted biodiesel school bus and sleep on the bus. And economically, we couldn't afford to grow their careers if they weren't so able to rough it.
But it's not just the artists that need to be willing to go the extra mile. Factor and his team follow that attitude as well. A commitment to hard work to maintain and promote the integrity of the music they believe in most is the goal. That seems to be the winning business plan Factor has stood by faithfully to successfully continue his business in the 21st century.
Being an entrepreneur is freeing and it allows you creative control, but it certainly requires you to be an accountant and a lawyer and a good executive people person. It requires you to invest in yourself and reinvest in yourself, or save vacations to grow your business, and that's a choice you make every day. It's definitely worth it. I've never had a better time, and I really appreciate everything I've learned, and I've built a successful career, fortunately. But it's not gotten easier, it's gotten harder. The music keeps me energetic and motivated.
Many say it's all about the music, and after 25 years in the business, it's clear for this entrepreneur that remains true to this day. From his early days as a young musician to becoming an accomplished industry leader for independent record labels, Andy Factor says he'll continue to evolve and reinvent himself to keep his dream alive.
Music makes me love it, and the people I work with. I get to spend my days with such talented people who sing and play at a world-class level. I've never stopped appreciating that and being moved by it.
For California Life, this is Jennifer Quinones.
Actor John Stamos and legendary TV producer and creator Norman Lear are being honored at the 2016 TV Land Icon Awards.
When you're doing well in Hollywood, everybody, hey Johnny, hey baby, and you go through a rough spot or two and they vanish. And who's left? Like these people that are here today, the Beach Boys, Gary Marshall, my real family, my Full House family, and that's what it's about for me.
I want to talk to you about Fuller House real quick. How's it going, season 2?
Good, we haven't started. We're just sort of plotting out the episodes, which is kind of fun. You sit in a room and go, oh, Jesse should do this, and Michelle should do that. You know, so that's where we're at with that now.
Fuller House is going great. We're obviously done with the first season. We got to pick up for a second season, so we're all excited about that. And I think we start production in May.
Certainly a lot of buzz.
Oh, a lot of buzz, yes. And when you think about it, it had such a huge following globally, and then it was released worldwide. So I think we did very well for that. Pretty surreal, it really was. And then after the initial kind of shock wore off, then I felt like I'd never left.
How does it feel to be presenting to John tonight?
Well, he's my brother, you know, and I'm so proud of him, and boy, what he's achieved in his career has been amazing. I mean, everything from television to, from soaps to sitcoms to ER to Broadway, he's done it all. So I'm very, very proud of him.
How does it feel to be back in the house once again?
It was a little surreal that first day, but the transition was almost seamless. I mean, we all just popped right back into our characters. It was as if no time had passed at all. It was really great.
What was your favorite part of the set to revisit? I mean, I know it's not exactly the same, but to be sitting in the living room or the kitchen or...
Well, you know, back in the day, the original Full House, we would sit on the couch and we would sit and talk, and so we all ended up just kind of finding our places back on the couch again.
I'm very happy to be acknowledging the wide range of talents of Norman Lear and how he changed the conversation for America by taking all that stuff that we made us afraid of each other, the race stuff, the class stuff, and he, put it up on the television screen and made us laugh at it. And I don't think there's anything more powerful than laughter to get ourselves over things that just don't matter.
Did they influence your comedy style?
Probably. They probably did. I can't say how, but I'm sure because I laughed my ass off. So I found his work very funny, and it was a joy to not only meet him, but to become his friend. And I'm toasting him tonight, and I'm very honored.
Amber Riley and myself are doing a little tribute. We're doing the theme songs to Maude. We're doing the Jeffersons, doing Good Times. It's going to be a phenomenal moment at the end of the show. I'm really excited to be a part of it.
Yeah, we're at the TV Land Icon Awards. You must be stoked.
I'm very stoked. I mean, these, you know, some of these shows, especially the Norman Lear shows that we're honoring, you know, I grew up watching. So it's very surreal for me to get to be here.
You must be pretty excited for John.
I love John. I think John deserves everything. He's genuinely such a sweet, funny, giving, generous guy. He's not a Lothario, creepy, famous jerk. I'm very excited that he's getting the Icon Award. He deserves it, and he's proud of it, and he's proud of television and his friends, and it's nice to be here for that.
Once again, this year's TV Land Icon Award winners are John Stamos and Norman Lear, bringing you the best of California from the TV Land Icon Awards in Santa Monica. I'm Jason Rasidlo for California Life.
Founded by Jacques Lubin and his partners in 1990, Inkplan USA has helped thousands of entrepreneurs to form legal entities throughout the world. Our clients have also made productive use of the various services that we offer: initial company registrations, bank consulting, virtual office services, and more. Inkplan's clientele continues to grow primarily from customer referrals. We are affiliated with Corporate Holding Services, a highly respected Delaware firm that advises large U.S. and international corporations.
The Patio Restaurants in San Diego, where you'll always find fresh seasonal food with a distinct local flavor. Toast to the coast at the Patio on Lamont in Pacific Beach. Enjoy beefed up ballpark favorites at the Patio in Left Field at Petco Park. Try the top-notch collection of tequila at the Patio on Goldfinch in Mission Hills. And fire up your taste buds at Fireside by the Patio at Liberty Station. Make your reservation now at thepatiosd.com.
When you have credit card debt, the debt suckers, high rate and high pay, never leave you alone.
Debt is really sucking the life out of them. He's picking up the phone.
Oh, no, not consolidated credit.
With one call, they can lower their credit card rates.
And consolidate their bills into one low payment.
They'll pay off their debt in no time.
Call Consolidated Credit now.
Because debt sucks.
Call now. 800-371-0248. That's 800-371-0248.
Are you 65 or older, suffering from back pain, disc herniation, osteoarthritis, or spinal stenosis? Thousands of people are getting the relief they need from the Vertilock back brace from Doctor Approved Medical. Designed with orthopedic technology, the Vertilock back brace can reduce pain and can be an alternative to surgery or medications. Everything may be covered by Medicare or your insurance, so there's little or no cost to you. Call now and get free shipping and our complimentary pain relieving gel. Call 800-379-9684.
I'm Brent Weber in Arizona as we caught up with a couple of California kids living out a dream spring break.
I'll tell you for
Meet Charlie and Kendall, friends and Toluca youth baseball teammates since age 5. Now 12 years old, this is their first trip to Major League Baseball spring training, the Cactus League.
We have all the A's pitchers here, and then we met some of the White Sox pitchers and bullpen catcher, and then we met some of the Indian pitchers and bullpen catchers, and from before we've met pretty much all of the Dodgers, so it's pretty cool.
Day 1 on Monday, Camelback, Mariners Dodgers, Goodyear, White Sox Indians. Day 2, Tempe Diablo Stadium, A's and Angels, then surprise, Dodgers and Royals. Day 3, Peoria, A's and Mariners. Day 4, Thursday, Salt River for the M's and Rockies, and Scottsdale for the Cubs and Giants. 4 days, 7 games, 7 Cactus League ballparks.
Caught the last couple innings of Indians White Sox. Got a ball. Our goal is to get a ball every day. Make some plays.
Sure, it's all about the normal stuff too at the ballpark, snacks, foul balls and such, but these young baseball players have their eyes on the way the big leaguers go about their business on the field.
Just seeing these guys here, making plays like that, hitting the ball like that, pitching, catching, fundamentals, just watching it right there. It's fun. I'm not really rooting for any particular team right now, but it's just, we're just going out here to have fun and embrace it also. I think next year we're probably going to have to stay longer, go see more baseball parks, meet more players, get more autographs, right now we're doing pretty well, but next year we're going to have to up our game.
As if that wasn't enough, the kids talked their taxi driver, better known as Charlie's dad, Jake, into taking them to an NBA game with the Phoenix Suns and playing a little paintball, too. Bringing you the best of California from spring training in Arizona, I'm Brent Weber for California Life.
Welcome back. Big news from Beverly Hills. Celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Andrew Orden has discovered an anti-aging breakthrough called Fill and Freeze. And he's giving away 1 million bottles free.
I've spent nearly 30 years looking for an effective, instant breakthrough to reduce the appearance of wrinkles that can be applied topically instead of with surgery or invasive medical techniques. And I finally found it with Derm Exclusives Fill and Freeze.
Wow, I'm young again. I don't feel like an old lady. The lines are gone.
Oh my God, wow. I can't believe it. It looks really good. It gives you a whole new confidence.
It definitely took 10 years off. If I went to a dermatologist here in the city, I would pay $300–400 for this.
I know you're wondering what Derm Exclusive can do for you. Well, you don't have to wonder. You can order it right now and try it for yourself absolutely risk-free. And here's how.
Call now during this special direct-to-consumer offer and you won't pay $120. Today, you can get your own instant results with Fill and Freeze for only $59. But that's not all. Today, we're taking another $20 off, so now you can get this instant wrinkle-removing miracle for the low price of only $39.95. And as part of our 1 million bottle giveaway, Dr. Orden is including a second $60 bottle of Fill and Freeze free. That's nearly $120 of Fill and Freeze for only $39.95. Dr. Orden will even include his micro-peel resurfacing pads, intensive repair serum, and collagen lift moisturizer, a $200 value, free. Order now and we'll even upgrade your order to express delivery. That's a $15 value, free. Plus, you even get to try it risk-free for 30 days with our money-back guarantee, but you must call to order. Call 1-800-619-1871. That's 1-800-619-1871. Order now.
And before we go, reporter Chad Rohn takes us back to the 70s as he tells us about a group of rowdy teenagers and how they paved the way for one of America's biggest and fastest growing sports.
Three of the most famous of the members of the Z-Boys are Jay Adams, Tony Alva, and Stacy Peralta. Jay, who used to be a rough and tough hardcore skater, is now very outspoken on the dangers of drug abuse. Tony, who was one of the youngest to start his own skate company, is now a Guinness World Record holder for the barrel jump. Now Peralta, who was once considered the third best freestyle...
Staying healthy is a needed priority for all of us, but that can be especially tough for people who suffer from a lesser-known gastrointestinal disorder known as exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
The pancreas does a lot of things, but one of the things that it does that's super important is it produces enzymes which breaks down protein, carbohydrate, and fat. So when we eat, let's say, a sandwich, the sandwich is comprised of protein, carbs, and fat. And without those enzymes to break that down, we can't absorb all of the good stuff that's within our food, the vitamins, the minerals, the antioxidants, the nutrition. Plus, if we're not breaking it down and absorbing it, we have a lot of lousy side symptoms. We could have chronic diarrhea, gas, bloating, a lot of abdominal discomfort.
And EPI typically affects people who have had other issues with their pancreas.
The good news is that if you bring this up to your physician and you're aware of it, there are treatment courses.
Those treatments include enzyme replacement therapy and adjustments to the diet. Joy Bauer is a nationally renowned registered dietitian who's working to provide nutritional relief for those who suffer from EPI.
It's really important to me to bring awareness to this, and I'm thrilled I have the opportunity to partner with AbbVie to do that, because a lot of people just automatically either live with feeling lousy or they self-diagnose themselves with some of the more common like GI issues and conditions, for example, like IBS or like a gluten problem, when in fact it could be EPI and you can get helped.
And that help comes from your doctor and by adjusting what you eat.
Some of the most important things that you can do is to not overtax your digestive system, so that instead of eating 3 large meals throughout the day, you want to eat smaller meals more frequently throughout the day. A second thing is to stay hydrated, because hydration and hopefully water is your best friend. It helps to keep things moving along.
To help those with EPI with their diets, Joy has compiled all kinds of nutrition information in a free booklet.
I put together a big, beefy nutrition guide, and it's filled with delicious recipes that are balanced with the right amount of carbs, fat, and protein, so that it's very, very easy on your digestive system. And they're yummy things. These are not, sort of diet foods. Things like zucchini, banana, walnut muffins. I have a French toast with almonds. It's a really yummy spin. I have chicken lettuce wraps. I have an avocado fajita. But again, even though they just sound delicious, they're manipulated with the perfect amount of carbs, protein, and fat, so that if you do have this issue and this digestive condition, they can help you feel better.
To download Joy's Guide to EPI Nutrition and to learn more about EPI, go to identifyepi.com. Bringing you the best of California, I'm David Wiley for California Life.
Skater in the world is now a writer and director. He directed the documentaries Riding Giants and Dogtown and Z-Boys. He also wrote and directed the hit movie Lords of Dogtown. It is safe to say that the group of kids that only wanted to have fun and skate has changed the world of skateboarding. Skateboarding will be around for many years to come, and the pros will always continue to use the tricks and moves influenced by the Z-Boys. England to start a separate team, Team for Skateboarders, thus starting one of the most influential movements in the skateboarding community, paving the way for the multi-billion-dollar industry we know today. That very year, the Z-Boys skateboarding team debuted in the Del Mar Nationals, where they left a mark as using moves that were explained to be aggressive surf style. They also blew everybody away by introducing vertical and airborne moves, very similar to the moves used by the pros today. 3 of the most famous of the members of the Z-Boys are Jay Adams, Tony Alva, and Stacy Peralta. Jay, who used to be a rough and tough hardcore skater, is now very outspoken on the dangers of drug abuse. Tony, who is one of the youngest to start his own skate company, is now a Guinness World Record holder for the barrel jump. Now Peralta, who was once considered the 3rd best freestyle skater in the world, is now a writer and director. He directed the documentaries Riding Giants and Dogtown and Z-Boys. He also wrote and directed the hit movie Lords of Dogtown. It is safe to say that the group of kids that only wanted to have fun and skate has changed the world of skateboarding. Skateboarding will be around for many years to come, and the pros will always continue to use the tricks and moves influenced by the Z-Boys.
And that's it for us. If you missed any part of our show, just go to our website, californialifehd.com. We'll see you next time.
Watch us on our YouTube channel. Stay connected to our social media, like our blogs on Facebook. Follow our tweets on Twitter. And check out our posts on Instagram and Pinterest, where we bring you the best of California.
We've been on the run, driving in the sun, looking out for #1. California, here we go.